Hello, everybody. I just wanted to make a quick rundown here of, I guess, some casting techniques if you are attempting to do crowd control in the game. Um, and I think I'm going to do a little short two-part thing here because I currently do not have a specific wizard crowd control caster, but I do have a bard that has like spells, and then I'll head over to a lower level wizard to show the Archmage enchantment or trees on the bottom of what's possible there for cheap casting if you want to do crowd control of sorts. Now, this particular bard has three or four of the same spells that are available to a wizard. So for the purpose of this first part, which is going to go over techniques, if stuff is not working or if it is, of what to do. I'm not going to go kill anything here, um, but I'm just going to show you that whatever unbuffed, I'm in Vale and I'm by myself, which means I'm always going to get the aggro, not somebody else. There's nobody else here to fight. I'll just target that Twilight Rat right there by right clicking on him. Now you can see that that's locked when I do that. If I click on another one immediately, it'll lock on him and you'll see the red notification and it'll show up inside your little window here. My window's down here to the right and I'm moving it around to show what I am on right now. If I don't do anything right now, it's locked on. That's where that spell's going to go. And I'm going to start that out by shooting a web over there. This particular web, the meta magics I have on it are enlarge and heighten. I didn't put quicken on this one. I would if I think I had quicken feed. I don't even think I have it, or it's not available for web. The second one over here is hypnotism. This is a first level wizard spell. This also has enlarge and heighten on it. Otto's resistible dance. I don't know what level the wizard gets this at, but the meta magics that I have placed on this one are enlarge and heighten again. Just because this is a real short range spell, like it's only, like 5 meter or whatever radius around you. When you enlarge it, it raises that distance too. You don't have to be right next to the mobs to go do it. Um, Auto Sphere of Dancing, same thing. Enlarge and heighten. I don't have quicken as a meta magic, otherwise I put that on there too. It's like your bread and butter kind of spells there. For whatever reason, I also have sleep and deep slumber as well on this. So I have one targeted. I'll do that again and right click on them. I know they're not moving. It's a lot easier right now. And just so that I know that I got a red bar locked, I see it. That's when I begin the cast. Before I do that though, I'm going to go over here and I'm going to hold down my right mouse button and I'm going to look around. Okay, I'm looking around. If I let go of the the right mouse button right now while I'm looking, that's the spot where you're still going to cast if you don't move. If I hold down the right mouse button and I look up there and I let go of it, even though I'm not targeted on anything except for that rat yet, I'll right click on me. I know that I'm still looking where I left that little circle. And here's where I'm going to cast that web. Right there where I'm looking. Okay, so like when you look around a corner and stuff, I'm dragging that little center circle. You can see it in the middle of the screen. And I'm going to put it right on that shrub way over there. And I'm going to let go of the right click button. And I'm going to click on my web. And it says it's out of range. So now I'm going to back that up to somewhere in between. I'm going to stop. Now I'm going to left click on the web. It still says it's out of range, even with enlarge. I'm backing it up. I left it and I left click. Jesus Christ. Way the hell out of range. See how I targeted that? I'll try it again. I'm just going to aim. I'm going to hold my right click button and I'm going to aim right here at this little flora on the ground with some grass sticking up. I'll try to shoot it on that floating tree base. I'm too far out. Oop, almost fell. Moving it around. I right click, hold my right click button, and I stop. And there's some stuff sticking out of the water right to the left of that tree base. And it just says that I'm out of range. That's too far for my enlarge. Bottom of the tree base. The web landed in the water underneath it. Now, the difference is when I come and I target and I have that highlighted in the window, as it is here, Twilight Rat, and I have it a red bar that I see, that's the new target, not that button. All I did was left click, I believe. No, I right clicked on a different rat. And I just brought it over to the other one. That's the new target. You can forget about your circle anytime you do that. So now I'll do it. I'm going to cast that same web on him. Went right where I wanted it to go. It didn't hold him though. Now they come and get a reflex save. And then after that, it's a strength save to break the web's tentacles. And they're all sort of mesmerized here. If I see that and I got him, I'll even pull right here another web because I know that duration is coming down on the time that web lasts. If I see the melee killing everything quickly, I don't worry about it. Otherwise, I'll do something else. Now they broke. Again, I pull them back through it, and I lay another web on them. Then I target them all, and I hit the Hypnotise on them. You can see the hypnotism icon on them. All four of them, it's an area of effect spell. Hit them all. And while I know they're stuck, I'll put up an auto sphere dancing on them. Now the web's broke. It's past its duration now. But the next CC thing is holding him. Oh, this guy he thinks he's tough though. I just manually danced him with Otto's individual dance. I'll just leave him there. And since I have a Bard Charm, which looked like a good time, Charm's only something I really use mostly by myself because it's so. I'm gonna say that it's annoyingly slow. If things are working, everybody, the rest of the people in the group should be focusing in on the melee anyway, or in on the Reaper anyway. The casters too, to get that mob down first. I'm not going to wait for it. So there they are, all dancing. What do I do with them? Nothing I can do with them. I'll just leave them. Gonna roll up on this guy if I can find my charm here. My bard fascinate? No, my suggestion. He's got to be fascinated though first. Where do my spells go? I'm just playing around right now because I don't know that I can't probably not get killed now. I failed a concentration trick check because I got tripped. I'm looking for my suggestion and I don't have one up right now except for a fascinated one. I haven't been playing with those spells, so maybe I'll just have to kill these guys. So I'm gonna recall out of here, and we're gonna go head over to the wizard to show some more of those techniques. I'm sorry for being so harsh about the charm, but it's just way too, especially with the high end insta killers that are out there. They'll just finger a death that thing right away, unless it's one of the new reapers. So I'm gonna log off and switch over to a wizard so we can look at their trees. Hopefully this thing's still recording while we're in here. Hopefully it's still recording. We're going over to Porcupine, who is a wizard 6. But I will just go down and respec the tree if I can, or change the tree. Come on, leg. And just start picking stuff out so that you can see it for what you would do for the enchantment focus wizard or conjuration or whatever. I'll open up the enhancement tree quickly for aims and for the rest of the guildies. And you see, I don't have anything over there, but I'll reset this. We'll just bring this character down to nothing here. And we got a bunch of points to start out with. So I'm looking at the Archmage tree right here. And when I click on the bottom of this, you see where my mouse is. It's giving you an option for all the different types of focus that you want to be. On the right, it's transmutation. You get a jump spell immediately. Necromancy is a chill touch. Illusion is invisibility for the first choice. Evocation is a magic missile. Enchantment is hypnotism. Conjuration is grease, but this gets a little bit better down the road. You get like a cloud kill and web. Ooh. Um, and then abjuration is a shield clicky. So I'm going to choose immediately this hypnotism right here. And I'm going to hit accept. And now you have hypnotism as a real cheap, instead of a first level spell, it's an SLA, or it's called a spell like ability. Okay, I'm going to work that tree up to the second tier as a new enchantment focus. I'm just going to fill some things out here just so I get my second choice to show you the second choices. Your second choice on enchantment 2 is Auto's Resistible Dance. Okay, so I'm taking that. I'm stuck in it now. No big deal. Yada yada. I hit accept. Okay, I close that down and I go to my character sheet and I hit my enhancements, and there they are up at the top. Enchantment 1 and enchantment 2. Now, this is just like a spell at this point, except with a cheaper spell point cost. As I said, it's a SLA. You can put whatever meta magic they will take on there. So I would do heighten and whatever else. And these get used for me during the course of a crowd control caster um, action play cycle as predecessors to everything if I'm having problems with a hold. Meaning, if I cast my first disco ball out there in the field like I did, and none of those mobs got caught by it, this period of like, oh shit, occurs. That means they're either beating a spell pen save or they're beating the save for that particular type of spell. This would be a will save in this case for a disco ball. So the reason why I call this a predecessor is because hypnotism's uh, sort of secondary effect, other than the raw hypnotize, is a -3 to will saves for 3 seconds or for 15 seconds. So I always had those on deck in case a bad thing happened. Now there's two other spells coming up that I think will help you if you are having problems with that hold for will. One of them is called Crushing Despair. This is a 4th level wizard spell, and it will yield a -5 to will saves if you cast it first. It's an area of effect, and it looks like or is similar to the same animation as inflict wounds. A bit like a large magenta colored circle comes down on them, and there's some musical chimes that go off. So everything in that little sphere, that little circle, gets a -5 to its will, or well, to its will saves for 15 seconds or so before I cast anything that is will save related, like the autos dance right next to it, or the disco ball, or mass hold monster, or single hold monster. I'm also a big fan of hold monster and hold person mass, uh, because they're a lot quicker just to cast later on. The cooldown on them is a lot. It's a lot faster than the disco ball is. Um, and the good thing about mass hold or even hold monster is it works on reapers. So if your DC is high enough. Now, in the past videos, I think I went through most of the good beneficial things with your past lives per school of spell, meaning 3 past lives cleric is three a bonus of +3 to your conjuration school. Um, what was it? 3 past lives of wizard is a bonus to you. I don't know if it was all of them. It's a +2 bonus to your spell penetration per life for a total of +6. Um, 3 past life sorcerer is a bonus to your evocation spell DC. You get 1 per life. So that's something to think about also is that if your character doesn't have a lot of the old caster lives, you might have a hard time getting that DC or dice check up high enough to hold at the higher difficulty levels. So it might not even be a spell pen issue. So, but it seemed like today when we were running, you didn't have a problem holding that stuff on whatever difficulty level we were on. They were dancing. It's just a matter as if they're making a will save later. After they had already been affected by it for a short period of time, and we didn't get it killed fast enough. So there you go. Uh, Primarily because I've been stuck in on my main character doing really high Reaper difficulty levels. It's very common for me to have this hypnotism first, and then right next door to it on my hotbar is Mass Hole Monster. When I was running um, on that necromancer, that little gnome, which I did a whole video for. Um, and it's because I know that you can't take chances on Reaper, and they got to be close together. You can't be going all the way over here to go cast with your mouse and waiting. Just be on your mark. And there's usually plenty of time if they're hypnotized to get to focus in on another mob. Right click on something, or tab with your tab key, just to find something to target to cast that disco ball on, or mass old monster, or whatever right after it. So that's the advice I'm going to give you. I don't think you did that bad of a job today, Amy. It's very exciting to see you go through these growing pains and have fun. You'll get it. Have a nice evening.